get a water pouring, is it? Yeah, and I think it's also same for me as well. Fun fact, I only get my very first water pouring during my MCP time, despite I'm here for like 6 years. Yeah, because it was all COVID. And I hope you can really feel the responsibility, not seeing it as a pressure, but seeing it as a privilege that you can learn something and you can also contribute something to another country, to the things that you're believing on, which leadership can be shaped in anyone and everyone. And like what I mentioned, entity need to grow with leaders that grow together. And even though it might seem that AIESEC and Malaysia have been growing for 56 years, it might seem very long. It might seem that everything might be already established. But for whoever that's leading right now, I hope that you know how fresh or how new is this entity is. It's like a baby's one again. And it's like a young kid's one again. And the young kids need the people to actually lead. So if you think that you are able to lead, then just step out for the role, because if no one is stepping out, just imagine if no one is stepping out for the MCP role, we won't be able to have the president for the next term. So who is still going to be there to lead? And a people is there to create a hope for your entity, as it may sound very cliche, like every time we talk about hope and dream and whatever. But I think every one of you guys see the same thing, because you've gone through the whole process as you yourself is also stepping out as a president role as well. So you're giving the hope for your entity, and I hope that you can grab back the rights that you always had. No need to no need to achieve whatever things that people expecting you. You are here for a reason, for the things that you can give it to the entity. So if you can, for this 1 year, then just do it the best that you can, together with your upcoming MCP elect in the next winter peak, and also for your successor, hopefully, you can also do it together with your upcoming MC team as well, to work things together. So that at the end, AIESEC Malaysia can grow stronger and also grow bigger at the end for whatever potential that you see. And whoever it is going to be leading in the future, I hope that you can always choose to step out and choose to actually be present. And stepping out is not about just to show out yourself here, but it's also having something which is the action that you always do to support one another to grow. That's how we can grow healthily for United Malaysia. Yeah, I think that's just pretty much for me as an MCP current, and then I'll pass it back to the chair.
So proud of you. So yeah. All right, thank you so much, Singy, MCP current 2425. All right, so we'll go to the next part. All right. So there's a motion 2.1. There's a procedural motion that reads, Nur Shafina Tau binti Muhammad Bidawul Tau to be discharged as the techie and timekeeper for member committee president election for term 2025-2026. Proposer, AIESEC in Malaysia. Seconder, AIESEC in Johor Bahru. Proposer, AIESEC in Malaysia to speak.
Good job for being a techie and also a timekeeper for today. I hope that your hand is still good. With the bell. Yeah.
Seconder, AIESEC in Johor Bahru to speak.
And hope you get some rest.
On the clock. Can we pass this motion with general acclamation? All right, motion passed with GA. Okay, we can go. Next, motion 2.2. There's a procedural motion that reads Joy Chong Yi Ding and Law Xue Yuan to be discharged as the secretary for member committee president election for 2025-2026. Proposer, AIESEC in Malaysia. Seconder, AIESEC in Kedah Police. Proposer to speak, AIESEC in Malaysia.
Yeah, we'll take out this role, and I hope that you learn something from the elections. Yeah.
Seconder, AIESEC in Kedah Police. Open to the floor. All right. Can we pass this motion with general acclamation? All right. Motion passed with GA. All right, there's a procedural motion read that motion 2.3, Rana, Layli, and Tai Ying-en to be discharged as the returning officer for member committee president election for term 25-26. Proposer Isaac in Malaysia, seconder Isaac in TU, proposer Isaac Malaysia to speak.
And Inga for being a returning officer of today, and I really hope that you learned something from today's election. And hopefully you gain a start as how you wanted in your journey as a FC. And yeah, that's all.
You to see. Open to the floor. All right, can we pass this motion with general acclamation? All right, motion passed with GA. All right, there's a procedural motion 2.4 that reads Brandon Baranji to be discharged as the chairperson for member committee president election for 2025-26. Proposer Isaac in Malaysia, seconder Isaac in UN. Proposer to speak.
Thank you for accepting for being the chair of this MCP application, MCP elections. I know it's a bit last minute, very rush for you because it was just 2 week time for us to secure a chair and something just for everyone for information. It's very hard to secure chair. Yeah. And then I think also another thing is I hope for today's elections, it's also led you to relieve a little bit of your experience as being a MCP. And then also in the future, you'll also being a MCP of Cambodia in another country as an international MCP. So I hope that you can feel resonate with the candidate and then also always, Isaac Malaysia will be always a home from. Yeah, thank you for coming back.
Yeah, like Zingy said, Isaac Malaysia will always be your home and hope to see you again soon. Maybe see you. Yeah.
It sounds like we are doing exchange line. All right, open to the floor. All right, can I pass this motion with general acclamation? Need a mouse. That's good. All right, I think before I pass it back to your MC, I think I have some message that I want to leave the plenary. Because I don't know, maybe it's just the fate, just the fate that happened to chair this election and also able to witness Sing's successor. I think it's not easy, to have the previous predecessor to come and chair. Usually it's not that circle, but I find it is very interesting. I think it's big. So I have a message that for every single one of you here. So I think for Teresa, right, I just want to express my gratitude, basically like how your commitment and interest towards Isaac in Malaysia and also Malaysia by running MCP. Because I think for me, right, being an MCP international candidate back then, I really know how it feels. Because you need to run MCP election away from your home is like basically like throw all your commitment in your country and you come over here to do something that it is so crazy that just towards your hope and dream. So I'm pretty sure that this process is not easy for you and you have already made up your mind and the journey will be very hard for sure, like especially having your successor for the MC, like getting the MC with this. I think that will be the hardest part and also like getting people to align on your vision to be part of the team. For me, I took almost 5 months to find my MC. So I can resonate that. And if you need someone to talk to, you can always find me. And as a MCP alumni for Isaac Malaysia, I wish you all the very best for your upcoming journey. And you know that you have my full support. And also like, if you need anything along the way, just reach out to me. You're just one click away. I always back Malaysia, like if let's say I can jump here and there from Cambodia, and hope that you take care and enjoy your ride in this journey. For MC Polaris, thank you for holding the past 6 and 7 months. I know it's not an easy journey for you guys, but I'm glad that you guys are still committing wholeheartedly till now, today, despite all the challenges that you have in your team and also the entity. And I have witnessed a lot of growth regardless of my successor or like the MC team. It is basically like seeing like you guys embody the AIESEC value and also the AM behavior, resilient ownership and innovative, regardless of what kind of things that happen in the entity. I know that it's a tough time and tough period for you guys in this period, especially like you will have like a lot of MEC, also like conferences, but hang on there because something will surprise you in the end. Yeah, so just hang on there. You still have another one more quarter, and believe me, when you're standing on my LDS on AGM, that moment is tremendously heartfelt, and you will definitely think that the hope and dream that you have is super worth it. Yeah, and you're never gonna have this experience anymore because you're only gonna leave AIESEC once as MCP, unless you're applying for another MC term or you apply for MCP. All right. Okay, my dearest AIESEC Malaysia plenary, thank you for still believing in youth leadership, despite the fact that like there's so many people don't want to go for LCP role. There's so many people that don't want to go for LCP role. But here you are. You chose courage over fear. You chose courage despite fear. You don't do things comfort. You challenge the status quo. You challenge how we can work on AIESEC. So yes, I might not be in this plenary anymore as your MCP, or I might not be the active membership for this AIESEC Malaysia, but you do know that you have an alumni that always support you. And if you need to do exchange with Cambodia, please find me. So I think to the MC's LCP and also LCEE potential, I really love this book so much. It says that don't ever let anyone who give up on their dreams convince you to give up on your dream. Don't ever let anyone who has never show up for themselves convince you that it's not worth taking a shot. Don't ever let anyone convince you to give up before you even try. All right? Your path ahead does not have to look like everyone else. You don't have to choose to do like what others do. All right? Like just get a uni, go internship, and then get a job. You don't have to. All right? You can give in to what people around you think is best for you to do, or you can at least make an attempt towards what you want. Even if it doesn't work out, at least you know better. You still have a long way ahead, and there is plenty of room for you to make mistakes. And AIESEC is definitely the safe sandbox for you to make mistakes. And don't give up before you even begin. Because the only persons that stop you is your own inner voice. And I want to highlight this part is your path ahead does not have to look like everyone else. You get to make a choice. You get to choose what you want in your life. Because when you're clear with what is your value, what is your strength, what you are good pay off, you don't even need to consider of like the salary that you get in AM or even the salary that you get outside of that. But unless like you say that like maybe you are no longer aligned and you no longer see the vision of AIESEC in your vision board, then go ahead with another attempt that you have. If let's say you ask me, right, I will say that without AIESEC, I will not even be standing here to chair the space. Yeah, I will not be even here today. And if there's one thing that I would like to share with AIESEC Malaysia plenary, what the AIESEC have taught me, it will be how I perceive leadership with others, with my team, or the LCP Commission, or the people that I work with, and self-leadership within me. So leadership is not just about like leading your team or leading in AIESEC. It's an everyday journey. Even after you end your AIESEC journey, your true leadership is just started. And it's not just you do it when people look at you. It's about when people not looking at you, what does leadership mean? So thank you for having me today in this plenary. This was my last days in my ODS 2024 as MCP, and the time I discharged myself. And it's been a pleasure to come back to the plenary again. And with that, please take care of my and your home, AIESEC in Malaysia. And now I pass it to Clarissa and also Singyi to take care of AIESEC in Malaysia, because I will no longer be here because I'll be in Cambodia. All right, so I think with that, pretty much from me. I'm Brandon. I'm checking out from AIESEC Malaysia.
Okay, thank you, Brandon, as a chat and so all the message. Okay, so yeah, before we close out the entire thing, I will need to go on to the last procedural motion. I think it's the last. Next. Okay, we'll go on to the last one, the motion 2.5. Actually, I cannot see. Okay, so there is a procedural motion that reads the member committee president elections for term 2025-2026 to be officially closed. Proposer, AIESEC Malaysia proposal to speak. And once again, thanks everyone for coming to this space, despite of the schedule that we are having. And another thing is also, I really hope that you gain something from these sessions. And also for Clarissa, it might seem very challenging and challenging experience ahead, but do always have faith in yourself for whatever things that you're believing on. Okay, I will be always here to support you. All right, and I think with that, I will go with the seconder, either in UPM, seconder to speak. You need to shout, I think.
I think overall, thank you very much for being here, especially for those that are not staying in Malaysia. Staying in Selangor area or anything, and then you have to purposely come here. Yeah, and thank you so much for actually believing in AIESEC. What am I talking about? Anyways, yeah, I'm a bit kanchiao because this is the last motion. Yes.
Yeah, last one.
And then I think just a very quick message to Clarissa is thank you for actually believing in AIESEC in Malaysia and actually showing up for AIESEC in Malaysia. I think the past few months hasn't been easy for you, but then thank you for being so resilient to actually still stepping up for this role. And on behalf of the LCP Commission, Lumos, I would like to kill favorite appreciation to you.
CP Lumos Commission, yeah, this is our gift to you. So congratulations once again.
Oh, wow. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, AIESEC UPN, and open to the floor. Okay, thanks everyone. Wow, I don't have lights. Okay, so with that, let's pass this motion 2.5 with general acclamation. Okay, so with the general acclamation, that's pretty much for the entire MCP application elections for today. And then with that, can we just take a photo? For physical, you can just squeeze together, and really you can come down. Yeah, we can take photo together. And for virtual, please turn on your cam, and then just use my laptop because it's too bright.
I think go in the picture. This one is photo. So is it? Next. Yeah. The election to go in a bit. Can someone pull the election thing, bunting inside a bit? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, can Julian, you need to go into that. Squeeze everyone. Yeah, close the people, hello. Yeah, okay. Okay. One. Wait, now I grab. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Vertical, wait. One, One, two, three. One, two, three. Again. Oh, logo, one, two, three. Video? Huh? What video? Oh, you want the off the? Okay, you can tell me the off one. Okay, one, wait. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. Okay. Right. And brown break. Brown. And you read. Who call you? Tell. That. She's video call.